American mainstream media was exposed by the FBI for sharing Iranian disinformation. That that's a sentence that even the best-selling producer rather, of Hoaxed is having trouble uttering. The United States military amplified, shared, disseminated Iranian regime disinformation. There's no way to spin what happened. The yesterday or today was, first of all, can I just say, for example, you know, I don't want to cause drama, but can we fucking quit talking about the Proud Boys? It's like 50 people. Jesus. But in stupid world, in clown world, we have to pretend like the Proud Boys is a 10,000 member paramilitary army. Meanwhile, a member of the Proud Boys got killed, or somebody close to the Proud Boys got killed. So first of all, it's just fucking stupid. Pardon my French. Pardon my Farsi. Did you like that? See, I'm so fucking clever sometimes. Sometimes I'm so clever that after I'll say something, my brain will say, dude, that was fucking clever. So pardon my Farsi. But let's just not talk about the Proud Boys every day, right? But Iran, they are so in tune with the American media that they said, if we want to send a message to get amplified, we'll say the Proud Boys are threatening people with voter intimidation. That's just not what the Proud Boys do. Right? It's a drinking club. It's just a drinking club. So fucking stupid. And it's like the Shriners have more members, right? But the Iranian regime knew that if you mention the Proud Boys, stand back, stand by, then the media is going to amplify disinformation. So the media, of course, is saying that the Proud Boys are threatening voter intimidation, therefore the Orange Man is bad. But now we know, of course, it was just propaganda. It was a dishonest. It's not even a smear campaign, right? It's not even a smear campaign. It was just Iranian disinformation amplified by the media, every major outlet, and it's disgraceful. Cigar night for me. Yeah, we're having a little cigar, hanging out. What else is going on? That was it. I mean, that's it. That's a tweet. That's it. That's the tweet. The Iranian regime, the Iranian regime sent false flagged emails blaming the Proud Boy for voter intimidation. The American media amplified and distributed that all across the world. That's it. That's the tweet. Now, right, that's the scope. That's at least that's it. That's the scope. What do you want to talk about now? Right? That's it. That's the scope. We can also talk about Rudy Giuliani and whether or not was Rudy Giuliani revenge porn or was it a hoax? It appears not was a hoax. Of course, that image surfaced where it was claimed that Rudy went to a hotel room with a 15-year-old, which, by the way, it's just dumb and just dumb. But that was the media narrative, and of course, we found out that that's fake. So we thought it was revenge porn, but now it just looks like it was a great big hoax, amplified by Twitter. Okay. What else happened today? Oh, we have a three-fer hat trick, trifecta. Some college kid posted fake screenshots of Rudy Giuliani, like basically flirting with Ivanka. And Rachel Maddow and ABC News hosts, every major media outlet retweeted it. Did you guys catch that one? I'm waiting for Charlie Rozelle and Kevin Roose, who they're obsessed with me, by the way. They get fucking pissed every time I call them out because I know how to speak their little language. It was just a fake tweet by a college kid, not even a verified account, not a reporter, not just retweeted widely, completely fake, complete hoax. Maddow, they all covered it, right? And unless our Lord and Savior Tucker Carlson reports on it, nobody's ever going to find out. They're like, oh, well, some people made some. No, fucking Maddow. The people that we're told to trust, ABC News, CNN, The Washington Post, every major media outlet amplified a hoax from a fucking college kid, and the profile wasn't even verified. He wasn't a journalist, just some fucking schmuck. The whole media amplified it. So today we found out the media amplifies Iranian propaganda, that they'll also amplify revenge porn. That Borat thing turned out it wasn't revenge porn, it was a hoax. And then they'll also amplify a hoax from a college kid. who's not verified, is not a journalist, not even on a student newspaper, just some fucking random bro. Seriously. For real. Never, never, never in my life do we get that much fake news in a day, right? So we have the Covington Gate hoax. So we get our hoaxes. Don't get me wrong. We had our Jussie Smollett hoax. We had our Covington Gate hoax. We've had a bunch of hate crime hoaxes. We've had, the Fine People hoax. Never in a day have we gotten three, right? One, Iranian regime propaganda amplified by the media. Two, some douchebag college kid, not even a student journalist, not even a verified profile, tweets some fake screenshots of Rudy. Maddow, CNN, Washington Post, every reporter, every outlet, a reporter from every outlet amplifies it. Three, either Rudy Giuliani was the victim of revenge porn or it's a complete hoax. And it's looking now like it was just a hoax. Three in a fucking day. I mean, what's that tell you about the acceleration and the desperation? Folks, Biden ain't 10 points ahead, right? Biden ain't, you don't need to hoax three hoaxes in a fucking day. Three hoaxes in a day. You don't do three hoaxes, and Obama's on the campaign trail. Folks, it's going to be a barn burner. That's why everybody's like, who's going to win, Cernovich? I'm driving people crazy. I go, I know it sounds like a cop-out, too close to call. I know it sounds like a cop-out, too close to call. I know it sounds like a cop-out, too close to call. That's why on November 4th, I won't say, see, I told you. Told you it was Trump, right? I'm not going to do that because I'm telling you, it is too close to call. Here's what I do know. If Donald J. Trump were 10 points behind, Barack Obama and Bernie would not be on the campaign trail. You wouldn't get Iranian disinformation amplification from media, along with the revenge porn plot / hoax, along with the college kid retweeting fake screenshot hoax. Three in a day. I've been on the internet for a long. Ali's been in politics a lot longer than I've been in this world. Have any of you in a day seen three hoaxes in a day? That's not rhetorical. Three hoaxes in a day. In the history, I'm 43 and I don't remember three hoaxes. I'm a 43-year-old man. I've not seen three hoaxes in a day, right? Three hoaxes in a day. Never. One of the hoaxes involved revenge porn. So, by the way, this shows that all this Twitter terms of service, Twitter allowed revenge porn, or what they thought was revenge porn. Because remember, the way the Borat story was initially reported was that it was revenge porn. Here's Rudy in a hotel with his hands in his pants. It looked like revenge porn, right? Twitter, I guess we don't have a revenge porn policy anymore. Twitter allowed, and Twitter even posted it as a trending thing. They called it a compromising position. It wasn't fucking compromised, right? It was, the guy was adjusting his microphone, and then they kind of like shoved him down, and then they're like, oh, here he is laying down. It was elder abuse, actually. I think Rudy should file elder abuse charges against these people. Now, if I were Rudy, though, I would file a revenge porn lawsuit. And here's what I'd do if I were Rudy. I would file a revenge porn lawsuit against Borat and Sacha Baron Cohen and the whole production company. And then I would make the production company say it wasn't revenge porn, we just lied. That's what I would say. I would just say, this is revenge porn. I have a culpable claim that it's revenge porn, and I would sue them for revenge porn. Not defamation, revenge porn. You can't sue for defamation when you sign a release to be in a film. I would sue them all for revenge porn, and then I would make them defend themselves in court and say, well, it wasn't revenge porn, we just hoaxed the whole thing, and the Guardian ran with the hoax, and every media outlet in the world ran with the hoax. And then I would sue the Guardian and everyone else for defamation. I would say they falsely accused me of soliciting a minor for sex, which is negligent, or which is defamation per se, right? So this is why I'm a fucking genius, and why people still haven't caught up to where I was in 2016. You can't sue Sacha Baron Cohen for defamation because you signed that dumb release, right? You can sue him for revenge porn. So you sue him for revenge porn, and then the way they defend themselves is they go, well, it wasn't revenge porn. It was actually, we just made it look that way, but we just lied. And then you go, okay, thank you for that admission, Sacha Baron Cohen. And then you take that admission into court and you sue the Guardian, and you say the Guardian falsely accused me of attempting to engage in sexual acts with someone that they claimed, I believe, was 15. There's no defense to that. The Guardians, it's done. Game over. It's over. There's no defense. If you say Mike Cernovich solicited sex with a 15-year-old, even with my, reputation, so to speak, I'm fucking suing you so fast, it's not even a close call. It's not even a close call. So you Rudy Giuliani, you sue Sacha Baron Cohen for revenge porn. And then when they defend themselves and say it was that we just staged the whole thing was fake, we made it look a certain way, then you go and you sue the Guardian, you sue Twitter, you sue everybody for falsely accusing you of sex with a minor. That's easy. That's open. That's not even a hard case to prove. It's open and shut, like they fucking posted it. So will Rudy do it? He should. He's a pussy if he doesn't. He definitely should. It's a no-brainer. It's an easy lawsuit. And that's what you do. And you sue Twitter too, because Twitter is like, we're a platform, not a publisher. Twitter has a news section now where they choose to amplify things. So Twitter acted as a publisher when it amplified false criminal allegations against Rudy Giuliani, right? Twitter amplified, promoted, and wrote in the editorial section of their news section a false criminal allegation involving an underage girl and Rudy Giuliani. That's an easy lawsuit against Twitter there. It's not even, you could file that standing on your head. Then what's Twitter going to go, oh, well, we thought the Guardian was truthful? Fuck you. Good luck. Tell it to a judge, bro. You just can't fucking say Rudy tried to be with a 15-year-old. Fuck you. It's not the kind of thing where you're like, oh, there's a margin of error or something like that. No, you sue everybody. That's what you ought to do. Problem is people don't think like me, and that's just why I don't know how many people have been around a while. You notice I don't really do anything for the election or anything. Yeah, exactly. Like Ali said, they pinned it to the top, bypassing the algorithm. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, Twitter's liable. Twitter falsely accused Rudy Giuliani of sex with an underage person. And they amplified those claims editorially by promoting it to the top of their feed. It's not a hard thing. I'm sure their lawyers are going to watch this and be like, oh, shit. And so there'll be some backtracking now, after the whole world, right? A lie gets around the world before you're able to tie your shoe to tell the truth, right? Mark Twainism. By the time a lie is halfway around the world, the truth is barely tying its shoe. It's one of those situations. But that's fine, but there will be backtracking because that was a mistake, dude. And, maybe Rudy will sue. If Rudy will watch this, if people watch this. It's just it's open and shut, It's not even hard. But for me, the major takeaway is, and Ali can tell you this, like I really try to give Twitter the benefit of the doubt because Twitter and Jack Dorsey have the hardest jobs in the world. They really do. And I really try to give people a benefit of the doubt. You know how hard it would be to regulate, or do you know how hard it is to moderate a site like Twitter? Your mind, it's just hard. It's just hard. Showing bias is hard. There was revenge pornography, or what people thought was revenge pornography, amplified and promoted on the website the same week that the New York Post was locked out of his Twitter account for promoting material obtained in unsavory ways. That's not a hard case, right? That's such an easy fucking thing to do. It's just say, hey, this looks like revenge porn to us. You can't post revenge porn on the platform, even if it's Rudy Giuliani. You can't do that. That's a hard and fast rule. No revenge porn. Looks like revenge porn. The end. Nope. Twitter promoted revenge porn itself. Right? So there's no benefit of the doubt to give them anymore. Cerno, Mark Twain, 2020. Am I more like Mark Twain or Bob Dylan? Right? Number of people have said I'm more like Bob Dylan. They said I'm like the Bob Dylan of our age. Because lyrically, the facts and truth and logic and the historical allegories, I like to think I'm the Dr. Eugene Scott, who most of you probably have never heard of. I would say, who inspires Mike Cernovich? Dr. Eugene Scott, rest in peace. By the way, one of my only life regrets, I mentioned this before, I always intended to go watch Dr. Eugene Scott in person at his church, the University Cathedral. And I always thought I had time, and then he died. That was on me. So if you want to meet someone, you want to do something in life, don't assume people are going to last forever. That's why I don't hold a lot of events, but every time I hold an event, I go, this might be the last chance you have to see me. That's the truth. I really wanted to see him. I figured he's going to live a long time. You know, I got time. You don't have time, motherfuckers. You don't have time. Who the fuck told you don't have time? Do you understand that? You don't have time. You think you do, but you don't. You don't have time to dick around. You don't have time to wait. You don't have time to, that person's going to be around forever. That opportunity, no, it's not. You don't have time. You think you do, but you don't. You think you do, but you don't have time. And then one day you'll look back and go, what happened? Well, you thought you had time, motherfucker. You don't have time. None of us have time. People go, what drives you, Cernovich? How do you get so much done? Motherfucker, because I don't have time to do shit. That's the way I operate. If I don't make a movie now, I never will. If I don't write a book right now, I never will. If I don't do this opportunity right now, I never will. If I don't take action right now, I'm never going to be able to because we're all running out of time. That's the key to productivity. That's how you become productive. And I'm 43. I'm an old motherfucker, man. And I've lived 2 or 3 lifetimes. So I'm at the point now. That's why I don't, it's not even tweet much anymore. I just want to do ayahuasca, hang out with my daughters. Like, I don't do anything political. I don't care about trending a hashtag. I don't care about who wins the election. I just don't give a fuck. It's like, I've done all that, man. And so I'm finally at the point now where I'm transcending. I'm transcending. That's what's happening now. I'm transcending to the other level because I feel like I've lived 2 lives and I have to live a spiritual life. Now I have to live a life of high moral character. Easier said than done for me because I used to be a fucking party boy. That's for sure. I used to be a party boy. And God, the universe, I'm blocking you. I don't need cigar trolls. So you must be new here. You got blocked, dude. And I'm at the point now where I have to live a morally upright life. I have to live a life of character. I have to just be a moral motherfucker. And I've been trying. I've been doing better. I've been doing a lot better. Occasionally, people will try to rattle the cage, and I remind them what I can do. But I wish I didn't have to. I wish people could just accept that if they come after Mike Cernovich, it's not going to be nice. I want to be nice. I want to hug you. I want to tell you that you're loved. I want to tell you that you're mad at me because you have trauma. I want to tell you that you hate me because something about me that I do is something you wish you could do. And rather than feel inspired, you feel hateful because you feel inadequate. That's what I'm going to tell people when they yell at me. I just want to say, God loves you. I don't know if you need to hear this. God loves you. The universe does care. People care. People need you. And that you're lashing out at me because you have unprocessed trauma. You have trauma in your own spirit, in your own heart. And that if I actually attack you, then I'm creating more trauma and I'm sending negative karma to the world and to the universe. The flip side is I have to remind people that, or else I'll have people attacking me all day. So occasionally a person comes around and I go, well, I just guess I got to remind people. Guess I got to remind you, motherfuckers. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to create more trauma in a person. Right? I don't want to create more trauma in a person. But as a public figure, I have to just remind other people, hey, don't think I'm some hippie because I have to be. Just like some guy earlier on Twitter was like, why do you walk kind of funny or something? Because I put miles on my body, dude. You know what I've done in my life? Do you know what I've done in my life? You do what I've done in my life. You be grateful you can even walk. I got some hip arthritis on my hips, I lived a full life. So then I have to remind him that he's a bitch ass who never lived a full life. That's why I have all these 25-year-olds. Oh, you got wrinkles. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, because I've been out in the sun. I lived in Vietnam. Rode a motorbike through Vietnam 6 months. Commuted to work, cruised around, had the time of my life. Thailand, no sunscreen, just absorbing the sun. Traveled all over the world. Been as far north as Alaska, as far south as South Africa, as far east as the Philippines. Motherfucker, I've been all over the world. Romania, you do that, you're gonna have some miles, man. But if you're 25 and you ain't done shit, you don't get that. But the idea is go do something with your life. Because when I was 25, I was living life. I got 25-year-old friends who they've done 3 deployments in Iraq and Afghanistan, and they've gotten real shit. And you're 25 shit talking me, motherfuckers, right? Because you've done nothing. When I was 25, second lieutenant, I was in the process of getting a law degree, was fucking yoked, living life, man. 35, all over the world, just freedom, full freedom. So put those miles on your body. Now, it doesn't mean I do stupid shit. Someone says, typically Cerno's insightful, but currently a bit insufferable, too harsh. Well, how about this, motherfucker? You're blocked. Who the fuck are you? Like, you matter to me, motherfucker. Right? See, I triggered something in that person, though, which is he's probably my age, never done shit. He looked old. He looked older than me. He's probably older than I am. Ain't done shit. Nobody knows who I am. Nobody knows who he is. Nobody's going to remember him. Done shit in his life. So then when I talk about the things that I've done, rather than him saying, tell me to chill, you're blocked too. Fuck you. So rather than him say, holy shit, you can live a life. You can just fucking live a life, man. They're like, I'm mad at Cerno now because he reminded me that I haven't lived the life that I should have lived. But there's time, friends, but there's no time too. That's the paradox. You're running out of time, but there's still time. This is something that Westerners don't understand. People who don't fully comprehend the Eastern way of life, the paradoxical thinking, right? Because a lot of white kids, especially white guys are always like this. Well, you said that you're running out of time, but you just told me you had time. How do you reconcile the following statements? Fuck you is how I reconcile. I don't have to reconcile shit for you, motherfucker. I don't have to reconcile shit. You're lucky I'm fucking talking to you, right? You should just be like, holy shit, this is fucking guy has done some shit in life. Maybe I ought to just listen, meditate on it, sit on it, rest on it a little bit, right? Because both are true. That's where the paradoxical thinking is in a paradox. The idea is that you have to believe you have time or you won't take action. But if you believe you have unlimited time, you'll never take action. You understand? That's why lifespans are short. They're a reminder of mortality. If you believe too late, I don't have time, then you won't take action. If you believe I have all the time in the world, you won't take action. That's why it's not a contradiction. You have time, you're running out of time. Right? That's how you have to do it. Sounding stoned? Sorry that you need drugs to think this way. I'm just smoking a cigar. I've had not even a half a glass of wine, a couple sips. Had a couple sips. The Rush Limbaugh clip yesterday made you think about time. You should, mother. You should, brother. You should. Some of us are gifted with 90 years, 100 years. Some of us less. Some people don't even get a fair shot. I was thinking about my mom last night. My mom is someone I think never had a fair shot in life, right? Never had a fair shot. Bipolar, born into a poor family. Her mom was schizophrenic. Her mom died in a mental institution of schizophrenia. She's never had a fair shot in life, right? And then I have people who are just like ordinary, healthy, and you want to talk to me about how tough your life is, right? My wife, you want to talk about how your life is unfair. And I'm just like, my mom never had a fair shot at life. That's someone who didn't. And her mom, schizophrenic, right? Right? No fair shot. The rest of you motherfuckers, you have a fair shot. You got a ticket. You got a ticket. What's up, brother Jeff? You got a ticket, motherfuckers. Because I know what it's like to not have a ticket. I know what it's like to have a bipolar mom, but I never felt pity for myself. But I never had a fair shot at life early on. Things could have gone south for me real easy, man, real easy. So you talk about growing poor, mental illness, then people want to talk like you didn't have a fair shot, right? You didn't have a fair shot, motherfucker. You had a fair shot. You were just afraid. You were just being held back by fear. That's a totally different thing. Completely different. Right. Completely different. Yeah, breaking the cycle is important. That's what I learned the value of hard luck, but I learned the value of hard work, but I also learned the value of luck. And I learned the value of money. I didn't because I never had money, and then I know what it's like to not have money and to have money. If you have money and you run into, we all hit bad luck. Here's what I mean: luck and money. Phone's dying, so if I cut out, it's not the deep state. My phone's dying. Here's luck and money. Everybody's gonna get. Who blame? I never blame my mom, dude. Are you kidding me? It's the opposite. I feel sympathy for my mom. Get your head in the game. Put the beer down. Here's what I mean. I learned the value of hard work, yes, but I also learned the value of luck and I learned the value of money. Here's what I mean by that. I've had businesses that were foolproof, foolproof. And then something completely unforeseen happened, just bad luck. But if you have money, money can insulate you from bad luck, right? Bad luck is you're driving, you get in a car crash, because a tree falls, right? Bad luck is you're walking, a tree falls, breaks your arm or something, and you can't work. Well, my dad worked in factories. That would be the end of the family. You know what I'm saying? So that would have been the end of us. If my dad had just been walking and bad luck hit, a tree fell on him or something, that would just be the end. So me politically, I believe in helping protect people from bad luck. Do you know what I mean by that? No one should be a car accident away from homelessness, right? The only thing separating probably 80% of the country from homelessness is losing their job or a car crash. That's not the culture and the country that I want to live in. That's not the country I stand for. That's not the country I fight for. A country where you get in a car crash and your kids are homeless. Oh, the free market. Fuck you. Fuck you and your Google money and all these heritage motherfuckers and all these people who they feed at the corporate trawl like pigs, like fucking filthy, disgusting pigs, digging their snouts into the Google's money. And they don't care about people. They don't give a shit. The GOP, fuck them too. They don't give a shit. So what I build towards, or what we should build towards from a society, is not free money for people, but you should not be a job loss or a car accident or a medical condition away from destitution. That's not my America. That's not the America I fight for. That's not the America the New Right fights for. That's not the America Tucker Carlson fights for. Change in the guard, man. GOP, they're going to lose in 2020. Good, fuck them. 2022, we're coming back. 2020, these corporate stooges, these fake populists like Jim Jordan, who takes it from Google, takes Google's money, lies to all of you, deceives people. 2020, let the GOP just get fucking destroyed. 2022, we're coming back. Thanks for watching. Mike Cernovich. 2022, motherfuckers, we're coming back.